Picture this, 1898. America is standing at a crossroads. For over a century, it was a republic, focused inward, a grand experiment in self-governance. But the world was changing, and so was America. The frontier had closed, industries were booming, and a new, restless energy was bubbling up. The nation was about to step onto the world stage, not just as a participant, but as a power player. This wasn't just a political shift, it was a fundamental change in the American identity, a moment that would define the next century and beyond. Then, on a hot February night in Havana Harbor, everything exploded. Literally, the USS Maine, an American battleship, was destroyed in a massive blast, killing over 250 sailors. Newspapers led by giants like Hearst and Pulitzer screamed for war. "Remember the Maine, to hell with Spain," became the rallying cry. Whether it was a Spanish mine or an internal accident hardly mattered. The public was outraged, and the pressure on Washington was immense. The nation, itching for a fight and eager to test its newfound strength, was propelled into the Spanish-American War. The war itself was surprisingly short, a splendid little war, as one official called it. In just a few months, the old Spanish Empire crumbled. America emerged victorious, and with the victory came new lands. Suddenly, the U.S. flag was flying over territories thousands of miles away. Maps were redrawn to include Puerto Rico and Guam, but the biggest prize, and the biggest problem, was the Philippines, a vast archipelago in the Pacific. For the first time, America wasn't just expanding across a continent, it was building an overseas empire. The question was no longer if America would be a world power, but what kind of power it would be. The Filipinos had been fighting for their own independence from Spain. They initially saw the Americans as liberators. But when they realized the U.S. intended to stay, celebration turned to resistance. The result was the brutal and often forgotten Philippine-American War. This was no splendid little war. It was a grueling, bloody conflict that lasted for years. American soldiers, who had just fought to liberate Cuba, were now fighting to conquer a people who desperately wanted freedom. It was a war of jungles, ambushes, and terrible atrocities on both sides, a dark chapter that challenged America's very image of itself. Back home, this new reality ignited a fierce debate. A powerful anti-imperialist movement arose, with one of its most famous voices being the author Mark Twain. He argued passionately that by conquering other nations, America was betraying its own founding principles of liberty and self-government. He saw it as a stain on the nation's soul. On the other side were the imperialists, who argued America had a white man's burden, a moral duty to civilize and uplift the lesser peoples of the world. They saw expansion as a sign of national greatness and destiny. It was a battle for the heart of America. Was it a republic or an empire? The imperialists won the debate, and the consequences echoed throughout the 20th century. The acquisition of these territories set a precedent. The U.S. began to intervene more and more in the affairs of other nations, especially in Latin America, acting as the hemisphere's policeman. The most ambitious project of all was the Panama Canal, a monumental feat of engineering that cut a continent in two, cementing American strategic and commercial dominance. America was no longer just a nation, it was a global force, projecting its power across oceans. So, looking back, the turn of the century was the moment America chose its path. It stepped away from its isolationist past and embraced a new role as a global empire, for better or worse. This legacy is complex, filled with moments of both progress and profound contradiction. It shaped the world we live in today and continues to fuel the debate over America's place in it. The question first asked over a century ago still lingers. What is America's role, and what is the true cost of empire? Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into history interesting, please like and subscribe for more.